Have you ever stayed up late playing a game only to have your mom yell, "Stop it, you will ruin your eyes"? I have, and usually I would stay silent as she launches into her usual lecture. Don't do this, don't do that, protect your eyes. But what if video games could do more than harm our eyes? What if they could teach us something deeper, like how to face loss, how to say goodbye? When I was little, I didn't understand what death meant. One day, I was told that my grandfather was gone. I still remember that moment clearly. My best friend Carrie was talking about her family trip, and she mentioned about her grandpa. I was confused. I had never met mine, and no one ever explained where he had gone to. My parents avoided the topic, and they would say things like, "He's resting," or "He's far away." I must have been 5 or 6 at that time. I knew it was something sad because whenever it came up, everyone went silent. But was that really all that was? Just sadness and silence? This is my favorite food in the world, my grandma's noodles. When I was 10, she taught me how to make them. I was not a good cook, and actually, I was more of a kitchen disaster. But every week, my parents would take me to her place and I would eat those noodles filled with warmth and love. Then, one week, we just stopped going. My grandma had been diagnosed with rectal cancer. Things changed so quickly. Suddenly, she was lying in a hospital bed, tired, fragile, and fading. It felt like I was 5 again, hearing that my grandfather was gone. The doctor explained the gravity of the situation. And again, the room was filled with fear and silence. No one really talked about it. It made me wonder, how can we fix this? The silence is everywhere, and I am not the only one who noticed it. A 2020 survey by Beijing Normal University found that over 91% teenagers in China said their schools had never offered any death education. Additionally, a Lancet mental health study found that teenagers in China scored 7.2 out of 10, much higher than 5.1 average in Europe and the US. So, how can we fix this? Is there a way to help young people to face grief without it ending in silence? One day, while I was thinking about all this, my friend Arena came to show me her progress in her favorite video game. And suddenly, it clicked. Teens love games, teens fear death. So, what if a video game could help teenagers understand death and say goodbye with love? Of course, I had a million questions. What would the game look like? What stories would it tell? Then I remember my grandma's noodles. That recipe, passed down with care and love, became my inspiration. Here's what I started. Obviously, I'm not a good designer. I tried to make the game menu by myself, but I gave up. And my mom, who's kind of an artist, was too busy to help. That's when I found an unexpected partner, AI. It helped me shape the vision, adjusting colors, layouts, and every details until it felt just right. That's what I got. Once players click the Start Game button, they unlock short, animated, unfinished memories. A half-written letter, a piece of menu, a recipe missing its final step. And at the end of each story, they are able to write a message to people they have passed on. And at the end of each chapter, a dandelion will appear, carrying a QR code leads to a virtual memory garden filled with messages from players all over the world. This is not just a game, it's a safe, beautiful place for teenagers to express love, explore death, and say farewell. Let's stop avoid this topic. Let's teach teenagers that death is not the end. It's just another chapter. When you live out your values and remember the stories, they will always be with us. Before we finish, I want to acknowledge something important. If you are struggling under a feeling of depression or fear of death, it is okay. And do please ask help. A teacher, a friend, a therapist, anyone who can help. I know how hard could be to face all those feelings, the uncertainty, the fear. But seeking help is a step towards healing. So, I will leave you with three things. First, hug the people you love, today, right now, if you can. Life is fragile and full of unexpected things. Like, I got my throat became hoarse this morning, which is fully out of my expectations. But love is the greatest gift we could receive and give and pass. Secondly, whisper to the one who are no longer here, your story is safe with me. Finally, if you're interested in this game to be on the market, now is your chance to invest me. Thank you.